lot of students who seem to be really afraid of the skeleton symbol and how we traditionally view it seem to embrace the whole Day of the Dead, and you hear them laughing and you hear them asking questions and being interested, and they're just enthralled when we do this project every year. My name is Jill and I teach K through 5th grade art. And I think the art, like the elements of the skull and the way it's presented as far as the Day of the Dead art, I love the decoration aspect of it. I mean, there's so much involved and there's so much to look at. It's not just a plain white skull.
I think there's a lot of curiosity in it, maybe, as far as like seeing skulls, you know, decorated like with flowers and kind of more smiling. Actually, you see a lot of skulls that are smiling. My name's Kiko Torres, and I run Mas to Mas. This is an import store, and now it's kind of become a fad. So you see it at Walmart, you see it all over the place.
In terms of the history of the Day of the Dead in the United States, I think it predates the existence of the United States as long as Hispanic communities have been here. And it has been surprising in some ways, although not really when you really think about it, how it's become more popular. It's like there are different kinds of things happening that intersect. You know, one is the growing Latino demographic in the United States. Another thing is with media, the way it's changed. You know, and then you think about sort of the immigrant history of our country, where U.S. culture really is informed or shaped by cultural influences from different parts of the world.
My name is Jason Willis. I am the owner of Tinta Cantina. I'm tattooing about 17 years. But Day of the Dead has been around forever, but the tattoo aspect of it really got big in the last couple of years. Besides it being really hot, the meaning behind it's really cool, you know. It's almost kind of a peaceful way to look at death. Like I said, celebrating the dead, a lot of pieces I do, people incorporate their family members, their hobbies, and they incorporate it into the drawing. But the definite popularity right now, it's as big as tribal was 10 years ago, man.
But everything almost seems within the pop culture realm to have its moment in the sun. And I think it's to the point now where it's gotten the exposure through a lot of artists from different aspects of culture being brought to the forefront and taking their influences with them and really using their cultural upbringing as an influence, and their art coming forward is bringing that to the forefront and making it more of an explosive pop culture item.
With the Latino population growing, more and more people are seeing it than they ever did before, you know. And not only that, there's more people like me. When I was 13 and I started looking around at the culture that was around here, it was just kind of what I latched onto. And as colorful as it was really the first time I saw the Day of the Dead parade that I was just like, I gotta be a part of this. I just have to.
At Astro Zombies, we even have Living Dead dolls, which did a whole series based off of Day of the Dead, which is kind of unusual when you think about the foundation of the tradition, which is basically a whole ceremony where friends and family come together not to mourn the loss of, but to celebrate the lives of people that they've lost. So what an unusual thing for a whole transition to be made in the pop culture, yet at the same time kind of cool where the art and the detail and the tradition passes on to a whole other segment of society that maybe even when seeing it may have overlooked it or not known the meaning behind it.
the first thing that I ever became fixated on was Posada's Catrina, and he was a printmaker and comic artist, but years and years and years ago in Mexico. When you look at his art and the fact that it's like so widely distributed, it kind of has a little bit of humor to it also, and I think it's more the humor of it that I like more than anything else. But